What's going on, guys? Gonna be doing something a little bit different today. The Teal Mask is now out, but it is not on Showdown yet. And I wanted to be able to, use the new guys. Ogerpon is the cover guy, and he's not on here just to show you that stuff's not up to date. And I've refreshed everything, but the new guys aren't on Showdown yet. And I wanted to be able to use them and get some battles with them and build some new OU teams and stuff like that. But because they're not out yet and there's just a lot of new stuff in the DLC, it sounded fun to go on Cerebi instead and go through a lot of the new stuff. So if you're not interested in spoilers or finding out all of the new stuff about the new guys, this video isn't for you. But if you are interested, and if you play singles on Showdown, or if you're just like interested in the games casually, this might be interesting to you. Got a little notepad. I'm not going to pull it up again so I don't flashbang people, but this is what I'm planning on doing. We're just going to look at the new and returning Pokemon and look closer at the new guys. I'd like to look at older returning ones a little closer, but there's just going to be too much to look at, I think. We'll get a good vibe, I think, of everything. At least that's what I'd like to do, and look at the new TMs and look at who can learn what. And then there was one ability change, I believe just one. But we'll look at that. But that's pretty much it. So it's just gonna be a chill video, and I'll just have some Glitch Egg City playing in the background. And later today, whenever everything's up on Showdown, I'm planning on streaming for a little bit and building with some of the new guys and stuff like that. But this will hopefully go up before that, and then just in case you haven't seen any of this, this will be there. So, or you could just check for yourself. You can see my whole screen, so you can see where I'm finding everything and whatnot, the URLs or whatever. So so we're just going to be on Cerebi. This is their like news page. It's got everything that they've updated with the DLC, but we're just going to be looking at a few things. New items is something. There's like no new items, I believe, for competitive use, other than maybe for the Ogerpon. It's just like Ogerpon's items, or Ogerpon. I'm going to be saying guys' names wrong. So yeah, I don't need to show you the things like I said that I'm not going to show you. So we'll just get into looking at the new Pokemon. So I'm sorry. I'm going to try and cut out stuff that doesn't make sense too. But all right, so this is all of the new guys that are like, so you have like the whatever was in Scarlet and Violet before. Every Pokemon that you can get that wasn't in Scarlet and Violet, that you can now get, is on this list. So we've got Dipplin. Some of these guys, they've been revealed already, but we also have their typing now. So I think we did have Dipplin and Poltergeist. I'm not 100% sure, but we have Dipplin, Poltergeist. Sinistcha is Poltergeist evolution. Then we got Okidogi, Poison Fighting, Monkidori, and Fezandipiti. All Poison Psychic, Poison Fairy, so they're like a legendary trio or something like that, it seems. And then Ogerpon is the cover guy. We'll look at all of these a little more closely. I'm not sure if on this list is, I don't think it is, the new Ursaluna form. Let's actually no, we'll see it at the bottom, because at the bottom of this page they have new moves. So we'll look at the Ursaluna too. But then we have Ekans, Arbok, the Sandslash family, and that means also the Alolan Sandslash is back. So same with Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales. I didn't realize that because this list was a lot of these guys were on here for a while. I didn't realize the regional forms are available then too, or transferable or whatever. Clefable, Ninetales, Poliwag or Poliwrath, Victory Bell, Golem, which means Alolan Golem. And I thought this guy was coming out in the next DLC, but no, he's in this one. We got Weezing, Snorlax, Furret, Noctowl, Ariados, the baby Cleffa, Politoed, Yanma, which means Yanmega, and then Apom is kind of confusing because they're all the way in Gen 2, in the Gen 2 part of the Dex. Gliscor, Magcargo, we'll have Mamoswine, Mightyena, Ludicolo, Shiftry. Oh wait, I think there was actually 2 ability changes. I'm sorry, I just remembered. Volbeat, Illumise, Probopass, Crawdaunt, Melodic, Dusknoir, Chimecho. Some of these guys like Chimecho haven't been in the game since Sun and Moon. Torterra, Infernape, Empoleon, Ambipom. Chingling is the pre-evolution of Chimecho. Then we have all of the cross-gen evolutions, which is very exciting. And then we got Manaphy, Darkrai, Shaman, Conkeldurr, Livani, Swanna, Chandelure, Mienshao, best fighting type, one of my favorites, Mandibuzz, Trevenant, Vikavolt, Ribombee, Como, Cramorant, and Morpeko. And then at the bottom here, these are the new moves that are learnable by some of the guys on this list. But this one is the one that's learnable by the new Ursaluna. And I wanted to pull up the Ursaluna so we can actually see it. Just like, it's just not on this list here. We'll look at the moves in a second. But if we just click on the move, then we go to Pokemon that learn the move, we got the Ursaluna. And I'm not gonna go over try and figure out how you actually get these Pokemon, but it's a new form of Ursaluna, Bloodmoon form. And it has a new ability, and yeah, you got the Hisuian form and the Bloodmoon form. So pretty crazy that Ursaluna, I mean, I think it's really cool, but you know, it's like a pretty new Pokemon. I don't know what the heck's on its head. Yeah, that seems to be actually there. I was like, is that a mistake? All right, we'll come back to Ursaluna though. We'll get to see all of these new moves when we look at the Pokemon themselves. So now let's just look at all the new guys like a little more closely. So we've got Dipplin. Let's look at Dipplin. Dipplin is a grass dragon type like Appleton and Flapple. And it does evolve, yeah, from, I can't even remember what this guy's name is, Applin. And it has the ability Super Sweet. A sticky sweet scent spreads across the field the first time the Pokemon enters the battle. So it's like Intimidate, kind of. Lowers the evasion of opposing Pokemon. So it could hit Draco Meteors 100% of the time. And then it has Gluttony. Pokemon will use a berry when the hit points are below 50%, and Sticky Hold. Pokemon's item can't be taken. Grass Dragon type, so it's like Sceptile, Mega Sceptile, and then all of the other Applin evolutions. And see what moves it gets. We've got Double Hit, Withdraw, Sweet Scent, Recycle, Astonish, Dragon Tail, Growth, Dragon Breath, Protect, Bullet Seed, Syrup Bomb. That's its signature move. Pretty sure we saw that. So Signature Bomb, 60 base power special move that's 85% accurate. Of course, with its ability, it's probably 100% accurate. The user sets off an explosion of sticky candy syrup, which coats the target and causes the target's speed stat to drop each turn for 3 turns. Doesn't sound like it traps them, so it's just a continuous speed dropping effect, kind of like Garganicle's Salt Cured, except Salt Cure does damage and it doesn't last just for 3 turns, I guess. I don't know. Interesting move. Interesting move. I don't see it being like super great. Maybe in other things other than singles would be good, but yeah. Dragon Pulse, 85. Recover Energy Ball Substitutes. All right, then we got the TMs. Not gonna look super closely at these just because there's so many of them. But yeah, Draco Meteor is like the most important thing. Oh, Grassy Glide it can learn. We'll look at the new TMs. We'll look at that, like I had said. Egg moves. And then it's stats. Okay. So, and I believe there was another leak. I'm not 100% sure on this. This isn't on Cerebi, but it was on that account on Twitter that leaks stuff. I think this guy is supposed to be getting an evolution. Not 100% sure though. I'm not going to be trying to remember all of that stuff. I just scrolled through it and read it, but this guy's got decent stats, not great. I wonder if is 485 the same base stat total as the other ones? 80 HP, 80 attack, then 40 speed. 485. Let's see. Is that the same base stat total as these guys? It is. Okay. I mean, if this guy gets evolution, that'd be cool, but it's odd that these wouldn't. So, like I said, I could be misremembering that, but let's look at the new TMs real quick before we continue down these, because I thought that was pretty interesting, just seeing all the new TMs. And we'll look at the Pokemon who had a new ability or an ability change, but then we'll keep going with the new Pokemon and looking at them closer, just because that's going to take a little bit of time. So this is just a continuation on, like, these are all of the previous TMs that Pokemon learned, or that were in Scarlet and Violet. So I believe Roar, all the ones that have these asterisks are new. So Roar is new, Charge is new, Haze is new, Toxic, Sand Tomb, Spite, Gravity, Smackdown, Gyro Ball, Knockoff. That one was that? No, it wasn't confirmed. It was Toxic, Grassy Glide, Lash Out, Poltergeist. Though I think those were the ones that were announced. But Knockoff is back. as a TM. I don't know if it actually was a TM, but it's back, kind of. Bug Bites, Super Fang, Vacuum Wave, Lunge, High Horsepower, Icicle Spear, Scald, Heat Crash, Scald is huge, Solar Blade, Uproar, Focus Punch, Weather Ball, which is pretty fun, Grassy Glide, and for some reason, it says it's 60 base power. I think we just saw on the previous screen it said 55. I'm not 100% sure though. Burning Jealousy, Flip Turn, that's a fun one. Dual Wingbeat, Poltergeist. Was it 110? I believe it was. Lash Out, Scale Shot, and Misty Explosion. Misty Explosion, I missed having that for like Hatterene and stuff. But yeah, we'll look at who can learn these a little closer too. But then let's look at the ability changes real quick, just so we can do that since there's not many. You can see it's showing new abilities, old abilities. So this is for the regional Growlithe and Arcanine, I guess. I don't know why it says they had, maybe this is what they were, but Shiftry and Empoleon actually had some changes. So it was Chlorophyll, Early Bird, and Pickpocket, and now it's Chlorophyll, Windrider, and Pickpocket. And Empoleon was Torrent and Defiant, and now it's Torrent and Competitive. So Competitive, we'll just read it better than me explaining it. Boost the special attack stat sharply, which means by +2, when a stat is lowered. So more practical for Empoleon for sure, because Empoleon has like base 111 special attack. I think we can see it if we scroll. No, it's not on here yet. Well, it has pretty high special attack. Its attack is usable. It also has Sword Stance, but I think Competitive is just better for it. And then Torrent, of course. And then Shiftry got Windrider, which is, was it Bramblin or the Kilowattrel who had this? I'm not sure who had it. Oh, it's Bramblegast. Oh, so is this an immunity move too, right? Boosts the Pokemon's attack stat if Tailwind takes effect, or if the Pokemon is hit by a wind move. This Pokemon also takes no damage from wind moves. The immunity is super cool. And it gets the attack raise. That's pretty cool for Shiftry. So these are old wind moves that wouldn't affect Shiftry. Air Cutter, Bleak Wind Storm, that's the signature move of Tornadus. Heat Wave and Hurricane are very popular, or very common right now. Nice. Pretty cool. All right, so that's it for the ability changes. Everybody else on here, technically we've already seen. I didn't realize these were changes when they came out. And we'll look at who can learn all the TMs in a minute, but let's finish looking through the new guys, because I think I don't know, that's a little more exciting. Let's look at the evolution first of this guy. Although I mean the new TMs are very exciting too. Okay, so I don't know what's going on here. It looks like it has unremarkable form, masterpiece form. Okay, so it has two forms. It's a grass ghost type. It has the ability Hospitality, which I believe was revealed already. When the Pokemon enters a battle, it showers an ally with Hospitality, restoring a small amount of the ally's HP. So useful in doubles. And then Heat Proof, damage from fire type moves, and the burn status is halved, which is cool. And I did scroll through this a little bit already when I woke up this morning, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't learn Shell Smash, but we'll confirm in a second. But its signature move, Matcha Gacha, 80 base power, 80% or 90% accurate. The user fires a blast of tea that is mixed. The user's HP is restored by up to half of the damage taken by the target, so like a Giga Drain. This may also leave the target with the burn. So it's like a stronger Giga Drain, has a chance to burn, but it's a little less accurate. That really sucks. Why did they do that? That move would be, I would have a lot more fun using this move if I didn't know it could miss every time I click it. But all right, and then we have some Spore effects, Life Zoo, Foul Play, Mega Drain, Hex, Rage Power, Strength Sap, Shadow Ball, Memento, Leaf Storm. Similar to Poltergeist. I thought this would be the final form because it's very similar name to Poltergeist. I didn't realize it would evolve. All right, what is this guy called again? Sinistcha, something like that. All right, let's make sure that Shell Smash isn't here. I'm pretty sure it's not, but Protect Hex, Magical Leaf, Nice Shade. Maybe it will be on here. Maybe they haven't added it for some reason. Maybe it's like an egg move. I don't know. Nasty Plot. That's a nice boosting move. Did it have Calm Mind? Yeah, it also has Calm Mind. I'm sure it has a bunch of like Shadow Ball, Solar Beam, Giga Drain, right? Energy Ball. Coverage options, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot, but Terra Blast is the thing, so it has anything at once pretty much. Scald, that's pretty cool. Pre-evolution move, and we don't see Shell Smash. So I even posted a poll that had said, who are you gonna Shell Smash or something like that, and this thing doesn't learn it. So I think everybody thought it would get it, and it doesn't, or maybe it does and it's not on here yet, but I believe these are similar stats to Poltergeist, like decent speed, like definitely usable speed with a Shell Smash. Without a Shell Smash, I don't know, but it's got decent defenses. Oh, Poltergeist also had much better Spidef. Actually, it also had a way better Spatak. I think it's like 135 or 134. I'm not 100% sure. But this guy still has definitely like usable special attack. It's respectable. And then decent defenses, decent HP. Yeah, seems like it'll be a fun Pokemon to use still. Just kind of sad it doesn't get Shell Smash. Trick Room, like, it could be used in Trick Room. It's just not Shell Smash. All right. Oh, also, it doesn't seem like it makes a difference for the form. It doesn't have different stats depending on the form that it's in or abilities that we could see. So let's, I gotta close my blinds and then go on to the next one. Next, we got Okidogi, Poison Fighting type. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing and it bothers people. I understand. I don't say them right anyway sometimes. So it's got this purple scarf. It's got a big upper body dog thing, I guess. It's kind of confusing, but it looks cool. And then it's got Toxic Chain, which is one of the abilities that was, I think, like revealed already. But the power of so all of the trio has this ability, and then they all have their own hidden ability, I guess. The power of the Pokemon's, I wonder if we can actually get the hidden ability yet. Technically, though, we'll have to see. The power of the Pokemon's Toxic Chain may badly poison any target the Pokemon hits with the move. Does it have to be contact, or does it explain that? Not sure. Well, either way, you can see all the stats right here and their abilities again, but we'll look closer at everybody. But so this guy's a poison fighting type, and let's look at the stats real quick a little closer. So it's got base 88 HP, 128 attack, 115 defense, 58 Spatak. That is very nice. No wasted, not many wasted stats, at least. I'd rather it be like garbage, a very low special attack than like, 70, and then it could have had that 20 somewhere else. 86 Spadef and 80 speed. Really nice stats overall. The speed is a little low, but got decent defenses, decent HP. I think this is like very respectable bulk. And then it's got the nice attack stat. And poison fighting, that's the same typing as Toxic Rogue. And let's see, poison fighting. Oh, Sneasler, of course. So Sneasler's obviously very good, but you can see not much bulk compared to the guy that we're looking at right now. 80, yeah, our guy here, he has, where is he? He's got, it was the 115 defense. Yeah, that's what I was like. There was something that was really high. Okay, so let's look at the moves now. So, and its hidden ability is Guard Dog. Boosts the Pokemon's attack stat if intimidated. So it's immune to, is it? Boost the Pokemon, oh, and moves and items that would force the Pokemon to switch out will also fail to work. I don't think this is, we have to click on it. I think it's immune to Intimidate. Guard Dog Bulbapedia. Pretty sure it's immune to Intimidate. Okay, so additionally, if a Pokemon with this ability is affected by Intimidate, its attack will increase by 1 stage rather than decreasing. That's like the most important part, and it's not on. I don't know why Cerebee's abilities, sometimes they don't explain that very well. So boost the Pokemon's attack stat if intimidated. Yeah, so it doesn't basically make it neutral, it actually makes it +1. So that's kind of nice. Maybe I missed something there, but yeah, defensively the typing's like not the worst, but it's not great. Like it's neutral to fairy, right? Neutral to fairy, 4 times weak to psychic, resist grass, fighting, poison, bug, rock, dark. Resistance to dark is kind of nice. Resisting poison, yeah, it's not bad. Like Toxicroak has water absorb or dry skin, so that's like kind of makes it even better for it. Sneasler doesn't. It's just, you know, a glass cannon kind of. But for boosting moves and attacking moves, we got Bulk Up, which is cool. Low kick, poison fighting, so I guess stab, poison fang, counter, force palm, jab, poison jab. So I wonder if it gets gunk shot too, but if not, poison jab would be its strongest one at the moment. We got brutal swing, crunch, superpower, Giga Impact. I did scroll already a little bit on this. It does learn close combat, so we don't have to rely on superpower. Learns the elemental fangs, low kick, thief, facade, poison tail, fling if you want to fling a big nugget. Shadow claw, psychic fangs. All right, elemental punches, so better options than the fangs. Drain punch, poison jab, that's pretty cool. Stomping tantrum, we haven't seen earthquake, I don't think. It gets taunt, bolt, body press, and it does get gunk shot, nice. Sub, crunch, reversal, sludge bomb, close combat, terra blast, toxic spite, knockoff, that's really nice. Really nice coverage, because without that, it's completely walled by Golden Go, just by its stabs. It doesn't seem that it learns earthquake. And I don't think we saw it on here. Stomping tantrum and high horsepower though. Pretty good moveset. I think it's like its stabs are kind of like they're nice moves. Like fighting and poison are nice, but I think like there's just quite a few common guys. Like Golden Go is very common. Corviknight can kind of eat up those hits. I think it'll still chunk Corviknight for sure, but yeah. But having access to knockoff is really nice. That's what I was trying to get at. Crunch is decent too. Oh, and then the elemental punches. Yeah, so it has coverage. It has coverage. And then bulk up is its only boosting move. Cool Pokemon. I think it'll be fun to use it. I don't know if it'd be OU, but I could definitely see it being pretty useful for sure. Having Guard Dog is pretty nice with Landorus T around. Not sure if this means, still not 100% sure. Let's see if we can see on Bulbapedia. If a Pokemon with this ability uses a move, there's a chance the target will become badly poisoned. Okay, it's not very specific as to like what kind of a move, but if it's any move, that's pretty cool. Like if it can use Defog, or if it actually has to be an attack, I guess. Well, we'll see. But that's Okidogi. Then we got Monkidori. This guy, I was excited to use this guy. Same typing as Galarian Slowking. I think that might be it for Psychic Poison. Yeah. Oh, and Slowbro, my bad. Poor Slowbro not being as useful. But we got Monkidori, Psychic Poison, Toxic Chain, and Frisk. Frisk isn't that great, but it's all right. Typing is pretty nice. Doesn't have Regenerator, so I'm sure it's like not gonna offer as much as Slowking does. But we resist grass, fighting, poison, fairy. The fairy resistance is nice. Quite a few weaknesses. And let's scroll and look at the stats, since that's kind of important when looking at the moves. So we've got, oh yeah, base stat total 55, 555, 106 speed, same speed tier as Iron Treads and Enamorus, 90 Spadef, 130 attack, so I think same as Tapu Lele, and like a lot of others like Gengar. 66 defense is pretty bad. 75 attack, kind of wish, you know, maybe this was 55 and this was 86, that would have been better for it. Then 88 HP. It's not bad HP. So it's decent Spadef bulk, like on the special side, but on the physical side, it's not great. At least, I mean, we are weak to dark, so you are weak to Sucker Punch. Yeah, you're able to be hit by every form of priority that's physical and are weak to it. I guess Vacuum or Mach Punch, you resist that, but Extreme Speed and Sucker Punch kind of stinks, but I think it could still be pretty cool with the special attack and the speed. This thing it's weaker than an Amorous, slightly. An Amorous is like 135, right? All right, the moves. So it gets Fake Out, which may actually be kind of useful with the Toxic Chain ability. I could see this guy going Toxic Chain over Frisk for sure. Fake Out, Flatter, Helping Hands, Psybeam, Clear Smog, Poison Jab, Psychic Sludge Wave, ooh, Nasty Plot, Future Sight, and Parting Shot. That's cool. Having a momentum move as the special attacker is pretty cool. Like, I don't know, I think of U-Turn a lot, and like special attackers with access to U-Turn, it's kind of like you're not doing much damage, but Parting Shot is a cool one that drops their attack and special attack. So, and then we got Mud Slap, Protect, Acid Spray. That's kind of fun. Psybeam, Confused Ray, Thief, Trailblaze. We saw Nasty Plot, I guess. Maybe Trailblaze is the only way to boost his speed. We'll see. Facade, Hex, Swift, Stored Power. So it probably gets Calm Mind, right? Excuse me. Nightshade, Fling, Venoshock, Endure, Psyshock. Oh, it does get U-Turn too. That's cool. Light Screen, Grass Knots, Poison Jab, Taunt, Gung Shot, Trick, Shadow Ball, Psychic, Calm Minds. Nice. Nasty Plot, Sludge Bomb, Focus Blast, Terra Blast, Toxic, Poltergeist. All right, so it's Poison and Psychic Stab, and then it learns Focus Blast, Grass Knot, Terra Blast as for coverage options. Stored Power could be used with Calm Minds. It has Nasty Plot that could just be used with 3 attacks. It could be choiced with Parting Shot or U-Turn for momentum. It's got Trick, which is pretty cool. This guy's a pretty cool Pokemon. Ting Lu is a thing though, so Ting Lu is immune to Psychic and resists Poison. I mean, you can hit it with a Focus Blast, but you also have really bad defense. So it's a cool guy. We'll see what it does, but I am a fan. So far, the first two have had a lot of like, it's just been like, this guy's a special attacker, and then this guy's a physical attacker. This one has the cool, I think this is probably the best typing, Poison Fairy. It's only Galarian Weezing has that typing, pretty sure. Yeah. So Fezandipiti, it's a bird with those purple things, and it's got Toxic Chain and Technician, which is pretty cool. It boosts any move, so physical or special, with a base power of 60 or less. Pretty cool. Poison Fairy, so you're immune to Dragon, you resist Dark, 4 times resist Fighting. Oh wait, we can see it right here. Resist Grass, resist Bug. Nice typing. Its stats, I did, like I said, look at some of these, are interesting though. You have 88 HP, 91 attack, 82 defense, 70 special attack. You got the big 125 Spadef, and then 99 speed. It's just like, what is going on here? I'm not sure. Like, the moveset will definitely like kind of tell you what you can do with it, but it's like, it doesn't have the best stat distribution, just like at first glance. Speed tier is kind of nice. Spadef is kind of nice. Attack is usable for sure. I mean, special attack is also kind of usable. Its bulk all around isn't bad. Yeah. So let's look at its attacks. So we've got double kick, which should be boosted by Technician. It's a poison fairy type, keep that in mind. So it's not like it's stab, but same with Peck. Poison Gas, Disarming Voice, and its physical attack was higher than special, 90 versus 70, right? Yeah, 91 versus 70. So then we got Wing Attack, Cross Poison, not boosted by Technician. Beat Up with Technician's kind of cool. I don't know how like absurdly powerful that could be with like maybe a Terra Dark, but it could be kind of cool. Swagger, Flatter, Roost, it's a bird. That's really cool. So it actually has recovery. So it could be like a defensive somewhat of a Pokemon with that. And then Moonblast, which it's a great move, even though it's not like, doesn't work with its ability. But that's it. So it doesn't, I mean, like Cross Poison and Moonblast are its moves that it learns on level up that are stab. Yeah. Takedown, Charm, Agility, Protect. These are TMs. Acid Spray, Acrobatics, Thief, Disarming Voice, Facade, Poison Tail, Aerial Ace, Hex, Swift, Icy Wind, Air Cutter, Venoshock, Endure, U-Turn, Shadow Claw, Air Slash, Sleep Talk, Light Screen, Dazzling Gleam, Poison Jab, Rest, Taunt, Sword Stance. Did it have a Nasty Plot? Sword Stance, Dark Pulse, Fly, Gunk Shot, Substitute, Tailwind, Shadow Ball, Heat Wave, Play Rough, Calm Mind, and Nasty Plot. Nice. Sludge Bomb, Hurricane, Hyper Beam, Brave Bird, Toxic, Dual Wingbeat, Lash Out. Doesn't learn Knockoff though. Hopefully this isn't too loud. Alright, it does not learn Knockoff. That sucks. Well, it has U-Turn. It has Roost, right? Take me to U-Turn. Okay, yeah. It has U-Turn and it has Roost. So those are nice moves for it. It has Sword Stance. It has Nasty Plot. Those would probably be the boosting moves of choice, since it's neither of its stats are like that high. You'd want like the bigger boost versus Calm Mind. It's not like it has stored power. Also already has good SpDef, so Sword Stance or Nasty Plot are probably the way to go. I could see this Pokemon being really good, but I could also see it not being that great, which is kind of disappointing because I think a lot of people were pretty excited about this one. It also doesn't have Knockoff or Defog, or like it doesn't have Hazard Control. I guess Zapdos doesn't either, but it's still, you know, Zapdos. This guy is weak to ground though. It's not ground immunity like Zapdos. It is. This guy could be a switch in a Dragapult though, or an Amorous, but you are weak to ground. Yeah, cool Pokemon. I mean, Toxic is great utility, like being able to poison some stuff. Can't do anything to like Corviknight, I don't think. Like Steel types. Oh, you can Heat Wave them. Yeah, if this had Knockoff, that would have been really cool. All right, well, that's Fezandipiti. Next, we've got Ogerpon. And then we'll look at Ursaluna last. All right, Ogerpon. This dude, he has 4 forms. And the form changes its ability, or 4 mask forms, I guess. We'll look at it closer. I'm not going to try and explain it. So Teal Mask abilities, it's got, in the normal Teal Mask form, it's got Defiant. In the Wellspring Mask, which is the blue one, so I believe Wellspring, Heart Flame, and Cornerstone. It's also its typing changes. So we've got Grass, just pure Grass, Grass Water, Grass Fire, Grass Rock. So we've got like Cradilly, Scovillain, and Ludicolo typing. And then it has Water Absorb when it is the Water one. It's got Mold Breaker when it is the Fire one, and it's got Sturdy when it's the Rock one. I believe these abilities are constant, and then when it terastallizes while holding the mask, it gets this other ability that activates like just when it terastallizes. I don't know if if it leaves battle and re-enters, it gets it. I also don't know if these abilities go away when it terastallizes. I'm not 100% sure, but I think when you terastallize, you get the speed boost if you are just the normal form, and then if you're the water one, you get the SpDef boost, and if you're the fire one, you get the attack boost, and if you're the rock one, you get the defense boost. And then let's look at the typing, and then we'll look at the stats. But three EVs to attack. We kind of know the stats a little bit. I guess we don't really need to look at the weaknesses. We kind of know them. None of the typings are like that amazing. Like grass water is kind of nice defensively, or it's kind of nice just in general. Like I think all of them could offensively be kind of cool. But let's look at the stats. So stats don't change depending on the form. They're always this. So they're always the 80 HP, 120 attack, 84 defense, 60 attack. That's nice. 96 def, and then 110 speed. So this guy, he's fast and strong and decently bulky. Pretty cool. I'm a fan of this Pokemon, but what can it learn? Let's see. We got Vine Whip, Leech Seed, Quick Attack, Follow Me, Focus Energy, Growth, Slam, Low Sweep, Ivy Cudgel. That's its signature move in one of the new moves. The user strikes with an Ivy Wrapped Cudgel. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This move's type changes depending on the mask worn by the user. So it's a held item, I think. I'm pretty sure that's been confirmed or something like that. Which means this guy wouldn't be able to hold an item. I guess that's kind of relevant. And it has a heightened chance of landing a critical hit. So higher crit chance, and it's either grass, fire, water, or rock. That's cool. The held item thing is relevant, but I don't know 100% how it works. I think it is out there somewhere if you wanted to look, but I don't want to have to like look everything up. And back and forth, just stay on this page, and then I'm sure that information's out there somewhere. But so the held item thing is up in the air, but nice stab move, and it'll be a stab move depending on what mask it's wearing or what form it's in, because it doesn't look like it gets a water move or a fire move or a rock move otherwise. So Ivy Cudgel will be probably on like every move set. Then we got Synthesis, so it's got a recovery move, Spiky Shield, Power Whip, Super Power, and Wood Hammer. Nice, strong grass stabs. Power Whip and Wood Hammer is nice that you have both. If you want to go with recoil or not. We'll see if it gets close combat. Takedown, Charm, Scary Face. These are the TMs. Low Kick, Trailblaze, Facade. Okay, it does get a rock move. Rock Tomb, Tome, Bling. Let's get all of the weather. Bullet Seed, Brick Break, U-Turn, Zen Headbutt, Seed Bomb, Stomping Tantrum, Swords Dance, and Spikes, and Taunt. That's pretty cool. And it had U-Turn like Meowscarada, kind of. Except I don't think Meowscarada got Swords Dance. This is also slower, but it is stronger. Giga Drain, Energy Ball. It is a physical attacker though, so the special attacks aren't as relevant. Play Rough, stat-wise at least. Reversal, Knockoff, and Terra Blast, and Solar Blade, and Grassy Glide, and it is 55 base power. Nice. Move Reminder only attacks. Horn Leech, Double Kick. Damn. So its coverage it doesn't get like elemental punches, but being like, it had Play Rough, and it has the Ivy Cudgel. It doesn't have close combat. I don't think we saw that. But it gets Sword Stance and it gets U-Turn. This is a cool Pokemon. This is a really cool Pokemon. Fire Grass, Water Grass, Rock Grass. So Play Rough is really nice coverage, for at least for these two, since Grass and Fire are both resisted by dragons, Grass and Water as well. Play Rough is nice. Knockoff is really nice. SD, and its speed tier is really nice. It's faster than, like, the only things that may outspeed it would be like Cinderace, Meowscarada, Greninja, Iron Valiant, Roaring Moon, the boost energy things. But you're faster than Iron Treads. Dragapult will be faster, of course. You're faster than Iron Treads, though. Faster than Enamorus. You're just slower than Tornadus and Thundurus Incarnate. But you're faster than Landorus. Faster than Garchomp. This is cool. Pretty cool Pokemon. All right, let's look at the Ursaluna. I think that's the last for the new ones. All right. Abilities: Bulletproof, Unnerve. Mind's Eye is the only ability it has in the Bloodmoon form. This Pokemon ignores changes to opponent's evasiveness. Its accuracy can't be lowered, and it can hit ghost types with normal and fighting type moves. So it's scrappy. Okay. I also looked at this Pokemon already though a little bit. Wait. It says it's ground normal. I thought it was ground steel for some reason. I think that was a leak that maybe was incorrect. Does it have all the same? It does. All right. But look at its stats. Where is it? Here we go. It's a special attacker, which I did not expect. And kind of sadly, look at this. Defense HP 130, 105, 80. And it's got 113, 120, 65. What do they do? Why do they take its SpDef away and give it attack? Like, look at this. It has 45 SpAttack here and 140 attack. Now we have 70 and 135. We have 52 speed. That's not really... If you want to go max speed, outspeed Kingambit, I guess. Or other base 50s. But... I mean, it's a cool special, it's a great special attack stat and still has decent bulk on the physical side, but pretty bad special bulk. Kind of like Iron Valiant, but not as bad, I think, because the HP stat. I'm just like, why do they change the stat? Like, I wish they just swapped its attack and special attack, if anything. But I don't know if it makes sense in like, I don't know. I don't know how that makes sense, really. But let's see what special attacks it can learn. Level up Bloodmoon form. So we're a normal ground type still. We get Headlong Rush, but we're a special attacker. Earth Power, Moonblast, and then Bloodmoon. The user unleashes, this is its new move, signature move. The user unleashes the full brunt of its spirit from a full moon that shines as red as blood. This move can't be used twice in a row. So it's like a Gigaton Hammer. And it's a really strong move, and it can't be immune by ghost types. So steel types and rock, and they'll still resist it, but pretty strong move. I mean, it's a cool move. We are very slow. It's not like Hyper Beam, so it's not like you were unable to move next turn, you just can't use it again. Moonblast is really nice. Earth Power goes great since like steel types, rock types are weak to that. Yeah, I wonder how much it would do to like Tinglu or Corviknight. We got Takedown, Charm for the TMs, Scary Face, Protect, Low Kick, Thief, Trailblaze, Facade, Aerial Ace, Bulldoze, Snarl, Metal Claw, Swift, Mudshot, Rock Tomb, Fling, Avalanche, Endure. Trying to take note of the special attacks, but there is 0 special attacks so far. Hyper Voice? Calm Mind? Okay. Calm Mind could actually be nice on this. Focus Blast. Terra Blast. Vacuum Wave. That's interesting. Oh, shoot. Hopefully I was taking note. I just realized on the right side there. Okay, yeah, Calm Mind. Okay, that's all learnable by the Bloodmoon. Vacuum Wave, and then, yeah. I mean, it's got some decent coverage it could have, like Focus Blast, and then the Vacuum Wave for priority. Terra Blast, of course, is whatever you want. So, and then Calm Mind is a really nice boosty move. I mean, I'd say Calm Mind's even better than Nasty Plot for this guy because of how bad its special attack, or its special defense is, and then its special attack is already really high. It's like an Amorous level. It's just, what the heck? Why did they nerf its defenses? I wish it was as bulky as this guy. Like, we don't need the 2 defense or 2 speed, and we don't need 70 attack. Does it learn knockoff? No. Yeah. This guy kind of got the short end of the stick with stat distribution compared to Ursaluna. We'll see where it ends up. I mean, Ursaluna is UU right now, I think. Is that right? Luna. Yeah. Let me refresh to see if are things in here yet? No, they're not. This should still be like a little thing. Yeah. All right. So still waiting on this to come up. That's all right though. All right. I think that's it for the new guys. We've looked at Dipplin, Sinistcha, Okidogi, Monkidori, Fezandipiti, Ogerpon, and then just like the Ursaluna. I think the TMs now, which there is actually kind of a lot to look at to see who gets what. All right. So we've got, let's probably just look at like the most notable ones. So let's look at Toxic. Who gets this? Or the ones impactful, at least for singles. Like I had said, that's more where I'm coming from. So who gets Toxic? Level Up doesn't matter as much because they already had it. But who can learn it by TM? A lot of these same guys probably learn it by Level Up, right? Yeah, some of them do, right? I guess it's probably not gonna show it on both. All right, so Arbok, Venomoth, Victory Bell, Slowbro, Muck. I think that was on that list. Gengar. So these guys, some of these probably learned on Level Up too. I just don't want to like. I wish I wouldn't show it on both then, but Mew, Ariados, Quagsire, Umbreon. Umbreon definitely didn't have it. So Umbreon getting Toxic again is pretty nice. Gliscor's gonna have it. Slowking already had it, I'm pretty sure. Dunsparce, I don't think had it, but I'm not 100% sure. Houndoom gets it, that's pretty cool for it. Coolfish is pretty sure they already had it. Sneasler, pretty sure it already had it. Breloom gets it. Skuntank, Toxicroak, Amoonguss, Mandibuzz. That's pretty nice. And Mandibuzz is back now, so. Dragalge, Goodra. Not sure if Goodra already had it, but. Toxtricity, Sneasler, Overquill, Bellybolt. Interesting. Toadscruel, I'm pretty sure already had it. Glamora definitely already did. And then all these guys down here, all being poison types, I think that kind of makes sense. And then breeding, yeah, we don't need to look at that. All right, so some guys that definitely like having Toxic, like Umbreon and Mandibuzz, still have it. Pretty sure a lot of these guys already did have it. Gliscor having it is nice. I don't know if that was up in the air whether or not it was going to, but let's see some of these other moves. Smackdown. I think Knockoff is probably the next one, which is the most exciting one. All right, so who learns it by Level Up? We're gonna skip that since they would have it either way, but you can see a lot of guys who are already in the format, but then Gliscor, which I remember that from like Black and White, I think. But all right, who learns the TM? So we got Raichu, Arbok. I don't know how Arbok knocks things off, but that's pretty cool for Arbok. Sandslash. Clefable gets it. That's annoying, but cool. I think it already did have it in Sun and Moon or Sword and Shield. I think. Persian gets it. I don't know if it did have it. No, it definitely, yeah, it did. It did. It just didn't have it until now with the TM. It had it though previously. Poliwrath, I don't think it had knockoff before. Gengar, Zapdos, I don't think it had knockoff. That's pretty cool for it. Mewtwo. Azumarill gets it back. It doesn't have, or it didn't have it, but now it's got it again. Scizor gets knockoff again. Sneasel gets it. We're looking at knockoff, right? Woo! So that means Weavile's got knockoff again. Scizor, Heracross, Sneasel. Heracross, I don't think had it, but I'm not 100% sure. Tyranitar learns knockoff. That's insane. I don't know why it didn't have it and now it has it, but Tyranitar is like, you know, stab 134 attack stat knockoff. That'll be pretty cool. I don't know where it's gonna be. It's in I think it's RUBL or is it UU right now? Also, did this get smaller? I don't know why. It seems smaller. All right. Well, it's in UU, so that's pretty cool. Tyranitar, Ludicolo, Shiftry, Pelipper gets knockoff again. I don't think it had it. Like it lost it, so now it'll get it back. Gardevoir gets it. Slacking, Hariyama. I'm not sure if it didn't have it, but Cacturn I don't think. Zangoose, Crawdont still gets knockoff. That's nice. Chimecho, ooh, and Fernape gets it. I don't think it had it. And Polion gets it. That's very nice. Ambipom, that's nice. Skuntank, I don't think had knockoff in Sword and Shield. Maybe it did though. Weavile, Toxicroak, I don't think had knockoff. Weavile, thank God. Mamoswine gets it still. That's nice. Glade, the Pixies. For some reason, I think I remember Azelf having knockoff, but maybe that's not right. Conkeldurr gets it still. Crocodile gets it. Let's go. Did it? Yeah, it definitely used to have it. Electros gets it again. Nice. Mienshao gets it. Mienshao. It used to have it, I'm pretty sure. And now Tornadus and Thundurus get it, but Landorus doesn't. Which is kind of funny. But, hey, I'll take it. I think these guys are pretty fun, and they're definitely lesser used than Landorus for obvious reasons. But Landorus is still doing fine. We'll see how it does in the Teal Mask meta. But these things having knockoff is pretty cool. They can be on the physical side, too, with Defiant. They both have U-turn knockoff, and then I know this. I think they may both have superpower. Having knockoff though is cool. I mean, they had it last. They had it in Sword and Shield, so who knows? It's probably not going to really make that big of a difference. It's just giving it back to them because back Sword and Shield, I think this was RU, maybe, and I think this may have been UU. Maybe it was lower than that, but I don't think they'll probably be OU. But it's cool that they have a knockoff. Chestnut, Goodra. I don't know if Chestnut had it. Goodra, that's nice. Decidueye gets it. It's... I can't remember if it already had it or not. Crabominable? I don't think it had it. Komala gets it. I mean, it's got the perfect moveset, Rapid Spin and Shadow Claw pretty much, but... Rillaboom... already got it. Phalanx gets it. I don't think it had it, but maybe it did. That's kind of nice for Phalanx. Morpeko. Zarude gets it again. That's really nice. Meowscarada already had it, but Quackball gets it now. Don't know if it had it or not. Lokix gets it. I don't think it had it because it usually go first impression, Bug Bite, Sucker Punch, right? I don't think Lokix had knockoff. Palmot gets it. Don't think it had it. Cloth already did. Same with Tinkaton. Same with Toadscruel. Grafai already had it as well. Grafai. These guys all did. Satitan, I think that's new for it. Roaring Moon gets knockoff. That's awesome. Coming off its 139 attack, that'll be pretty fun to use. And then Okidogi and Ogerpon. Is this... do we need to look at the breeding section? I think it's... yeah, no. Sweet. That's pretty exciting. Alright, then we got Bug Bite. Is this like... Scissor's gonna get that, right? Yeah, Scizor gets it. Bug Bite's not like a great move. Except for Scizor, pretty much. I don't think, because it's a Technician. Boosted move, 60 base power. Alright, then we got Super Fang Vacuum Wave. Let's see. I gotta drink some more water. Alright. TM. Primeape, Poliwrath. Scizor. Pretty sure they already had it. Or like they didn't have it, but now they have it again. Not really relevant. It's a special move, so... Whoa, Gardevoir gets it. That's kind of fun. Infernape gets it, and Empoleon gets it. That's pretty cool. And yeah, 111 special attacks. That's nice with competitive. Toxicroak gets it again. Samurott gets it. Interesting. Lilligant. Mienshao. Braviary. That's cool. Kommo-o. All right. I actually want to put this in another tab. I want to see what moves Kommo-o gets. Ursaluna, Real Edge, Annihilate. Iron Valiant. That's cool. Okay. We'll look at Kommo-o in a minute. Lunge. Okay. High Horsepower. Icicle Spear. I don't think we really need to look at that. Scald. Let's look at that. If anybody's, you know, you can look on your own time. It's just Scarlet and Violet /TM is the page at the top there. But who gets Scald? Who learns it by TM? So we got Slowbro, Gyarados, Vaporeon, Mew, Slowking, Milotic, whatever. Alola-mola, Dragalge, Goodra, Volcanion, Inteleon, Colossal, Pincurchin, Walking Wake, and then the new guy, Sinistcha. So not everybody. Not Toxapex. Not Galar Slowking. I think that's nice. And not Galar Slowbro. Because these guys, I think, are used less because they don't offer the same thing. They don't. It's not that they don't offer. It's not that they're unusable, but 4 times resisting fighting and being a poison, like a toxic spike absorber, is kind of nice for Galarian Slowking. But these guys have the stab water and now get Scald still, or get Scald back. That's pretty cool. I wish Slowbro got Chilly Reception though, or had teleport. It'd be cool if it had teleport or something. It's just not having that momentum move. And then the rest of these, it makes sense. I think the distribution of Scald just makes sense. It'll be fun. Melodic getting it's kind of cool. And the rest of these, I'm not sure if it makes too big of a difference. I mean, Walking Awake getting it's kind of cool. But Hydro Steam, you're probably gonna still want to have that on your moveset. Volcanion has its signature move that also has a chance to burn. Goodra getting it's kind of cool. Kind of sad that maybe Hisuian Goodra gets it. Let's see. Does the Hisuian one get it? Hisuian form level up. TMs. Scald. No, okay, it's only the Unova or Colossian. Okay. All right, Heat Crash, Solar Blade, Focus Punch, Weather Ball, Grassy Glide. Is this 55 or is this 60? What is it? What is going on with Grassy Glide? Weather Ball, who gets this? This is a fun move. Level up, so all those guys got it. Now Charizard gets it. I can't remember if it lost it or what, but all the Ninetales, Poliwrath, Victory Bell, Slowbro. Okay. All the evolutions. I don't think it had it. I don't think those had it. And neither did the birds. So that's nice for weather teams. Zapdos in the rain. Dragonites, Politoed, more evolutions, Slowking. Shiftry, Ludicolo, Torkoal. Empoleon. Evolutions, Abomasnow, Lilligant. That's very nice for these guys. More nice for this one, since this one is not a special attacker at all. So this one would still probably like Terra Blast, Terra Fire, but... And then the Genies get it again? Greninja? I don't remember if Greninja had it already. Goodras? Clotzer, Volcanion, Cinderace, Frostmoth, Enamorus. Enamorus with Weather Ball. It's gonna have a water move, a fire move, or a rock move, or an ice move. Not too impactful, I don't think, probably. Arbolive already had it, I think. Armarouge, Kilowattrel already had it. And then Walking Wake. Probably won't make a difference because it's already got Hydro Steam, which is good in this sun and in the rain. All right. I love Weather Ball. I love weather teams. So, all right, who gets Grassy Glide? Grassy Glide, we've got. It's only by TM. Nobody learns it by level up. So we got Victory Bell, and it's a physical move. So keep that in mind for like Electrode. Victory Bell getting it's pretty fun. It is increases priority in grassy terrain. So that's why, you know, Rillaboom uses it, because it's got Grassy Surge. These guys don't have Grassy Surge, but it's still kind of cool that they could use it. Shiftry, Cacturn, Torterra, Obama Snow, Potato, Leafeon, Leavanny, Lilligant, Hisuian, Saucebuck, Chestnut, Gogoat, Trevenant, Decidueye, Serena, Lurantis, Rillaboom, Flapple, and Appleton, and Zarude. That's cool. Meowscarada, Bramblegast, Toadscruel, Scovillain, and Ogerpon. Grassy Glide is like, it's a cool move, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be too relevant for anybody besides Rillaboom. Let's see, does it tell us the power on it? I think it's 55. It's just not right on that page for some reason. Yeah. So it's weaker than a Bullet Punch. Actually, not really, because it's Grassy Terrain boosted as well. So like Bullet Punch is 40 and then it gets up to 60 with Technician. This is 55 and then it gets up to 55 times 1.5, 82.5 power with Grassy Terrain. And then Stab on top of that. So it's still going to be very strong. It's just not going to be as strong. But it still has Wood Hammer, so it's not like it doesn't have that option still. All right, Burning Jealousy, Flip Turn. Who gets Flip Turn? We got Golduck. Wait, who learns it? Oh yeah, by TM. So Golduck, Vaporeon, Quillfish, Mew, Melodic, Empoleon, Floatzel. That's nice. We'll see if Barraskewda gets it. Lumineon and Basculegion. Manaphy, Samurott. That's cool. Basculegion probably gets it. Dragalge, Alomomola, Swanna, Clawitzer, Bruxish, and Inteleon, Barraskewda, Basculegion, Quaquaval, Ice-Q, Veluza, Palafin, Iron Bundle, Walking Wake. Flip Turn is like, I feel like a lot of Pokemon had access to it before, but not a lot of them used it. Like Barraskewda would use it, but maybe it's more just that it wasn't that practical to use it. But maybe a lot of guys didn't have it, and I'm just not remembering. It's not too strong of a move though, right? It's 60 power. Yeah, 60 power physical. It's like U-turn. It's cool. We'll see who actually ends up running it though. Excuse me, Dual Wingbeat. Only, like, not many people had this anymore. So I level up these guys. These guys had it and already, or have it and already had it. Awesome. Clefable earns it. That's huge. Scyther. That's cool. So it gets it back. I don't think it had it, right? Nice. The birds. It's a physical move, so Scizor. Technician boosted. Nice, like Scyther. Obviously, I don't know why I'm reacting like that. Empoleon, Staraptor, Honchkrow. That's kind of cool. Instead of Brave Bird. Dual Wingbeat is 40 base power, hits twice, but it does have 90% accurate. So, Honchkrow, Yanmega. I'm so excited Yanmega's back. Gliscor, Braviary, Talonflame. Dual Wingbeat's not that great of a move for a lot of these guys. Cleavor gets acrobatics, so it's pretty much nice for the Technician guys. I guess Fezandipiti. but it also gets acrobatics. So, although how does acrobatics work with ignition? Does it get the boost to and then double after that? It probably, I wouldn't think it would, but. And then Poltergeist, that's another big one. Definitely bigger than Dual Wingbeat. So only by TM, nobody learns it by level up. So, and this is a physical 110 base power, 90% accurate. And the move fails if the target isn't holding an item. So we got Gengar. It's physical attack though. So Typhlosion, Bayonet, nice. Bayonet gets it. Dusclops, Dusknoir, Frostlass, Rotom, Giratina, Zoroark, Chandelure, Trevenant, nice. Decidueye. I don't think Decidueye had it, but no, it did. It did. My bad. None of these guys are all special attackers. Ceruledge gets it, and also Dragapult doesn't. It's not on this list, so Dragapult does not get Poltergeist. Houndstone, that's super nice for it, so it doesn't have to Terra Ghost, Terra Blast. And then Monkidori, these guys are all special attackers. Nice. I'm pretty happy with who gets it. Bramblecast getting it is very nice. It also needed Terra Ghost, Terra Blast, Houndstone, and Ceruledge had Shadow Claw and Shadow Sneak. Like Ceruledge was doing kind of fine, just fine without it, but it's definitely, it'll be nice for it. All right, we got Lash Out, Scale Shots, Misty Explosion. We'll look at Scale Shot and Misty Explosion. All right, only by TM. So we've got Gyarados, Dragonite. Dragonite didn't get it before, I don't think. It was just Garchomp and maybe somebody else. Rayquaza, Garchomp, Dialga Palkia. Ooh, Haxorus gets it. Oh yeah, and Loaded Dice is an item now. So you can get those 5 hits, right? It's a 2 to 5 hitting move. Lowers your defense by 1 stage, increases your speed. Nice. All right, keep going. Hydreigon, Haxorus, Dragalge, Salazzle, Como, Regidrago. Interesting. That's cool for it. I think it gets Dragon Dance. Cyclizar. It gets Shift Gear, so Basculegion, Overquill, Baxcalibur. You could do Loaded Dice. You could do Loaded Dice, Scale Shot, and Icicle Spear. And Swords Dance. That'd be pretty scary. Roaring Moon already had it, and then Crydon. Alright. And Misty Explosion, last one. Give it back to Hatterene. Clefable, Weezing, Azumarill. Azumarill getting it. It's a special move though, yeah. So, Azumarill, Gardevoir, that's cool. Sylveon, Florges, yay, Carbink gets it. And Hatterene gets it, nice. So these guys are like nice support for like Trick Room teams. So that's kind of fun. Enamorus gets it. What's the power? Is it 110 or 100? It's 100. So it's like, it's not gonna probably be a move it's not like an explosion. It's just a little stronger than Moonblast. But nice for like these Pokemon that Diancie as well, that like can get up a hazard or two and then use it to give another guy a free switch in and do some big damage potentially. They'll have decent special attack. Carbink doesn't, but Carbink's got Sturdy and Stealth Rock, so it worked good with it. All right, what else were we gonna do? We looked at new TMs who can learn what. We looked at the new guys closely, and then the ability changes. It was just pretty much just Shiftry and Empoleon. Let's look at Como, because I was curious. Does it retain having all of its moves? It does. So it still has Clangorous, Scale, and Clanging Scales. I was curious if like everything would make it, and then it still has Boom Burst. Is this the right Pokédex? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Damn. All right. Well, I think this is going to be it, because this is going to be a longer video as it is. If you're interested in checking out any of these other guys, like I said, that you can see the URLs up at the top, but it's just like pretty much anywhere on just wherever you go, and you just get the Pokédex on the left side here. I just have it blown up so it's bigger for the video. But yeah, pretty exciting stuff. We'll be streaming later. I'm not sure if when this will go up, but building with some of these guys, and the Showdown videos and shorts will resume as soon as the stuff's up on here. Let's see if it happens to be up now. Nope. Does it still have the message here? Yeah, okay, cool. Well, whenever it's up, I mean, it'll take time, but then we'll be able to get going on Showdown. We'll see if it's even up for the stream. If it's not, then we'll just build. I have a few teams kind of like started using like some placeholders just for fun, just to have some teams kind of ready. But yeah, hopefully if you enjoyed this video, let me know, and thank you for watching. I hope you have fun playing the DLC if you have the game, or just playing on Showdown, and excited for the meta to change and excited for the new stuff with the DLC. So this will be it, and yeah, peace out.